children will still be at their
Yeah.
they are still on modular and some are online, but they will not be going to school. So their parents will go to school, get the module or get the book, bring it home, and then they are given 2 weeks to answer all the activities. And then what the parents or the guardians are going to give back the return, the modules to school. So like that. That's our situation here. Our students, our children don't have yet the vaccine. I saw in the news that India is going to open vaccination for children 12 years old and above. Is that correct?
Yeah. So in our country, I think vaccination is only meant for the adults and above the 18 years old only. And so below the 18 years are not preferred here. But of course, ever since the schools have been reopened, I think it is mandatory even for the children to take the vaccination. But vaccination process has not yet kick-started for the children. I think it may take some more time. But sporadic reports are actually coming from across my region there, where a few kids are getting infected with the COVID-19. But overall situation is nice. I think it's rosy at the moment. Yeah.
I see. Also here, vaccination for children it's not yet open. They are still studying about it. But may I ask, Mr. Krishna?
Yeah.
Your students are going to school physically, right? Should they be wearing some face masks or facials? What are the protocols that you do in school?
Yeah, in fact, they are coming back to school physically, but some of them are actually wearing the masks. And but we may, as a teacher, I think we try to educate them how important it is to keep the mask on their face. But some students they follow, some students don't do it. In our absence, they try to remove the mask because after all, they are kids. They don't understand the magnitude of the COVID-19. But as a teacher, we are trying our level best to educate them, to motivate them towards wearing this protective mask on their mouth and face.
So. Yes, I understand. Students are, sometimes they feel uncomfortable wearing the mask, even adults too. I have to admit, sometimes I feel uncomfortable wearing the mask. It's quite difficult to breathe. Sometimes it's itchy in the nose. And given the age of the students, they want to talk freely, right? They want to keep on talking to their classmates. So, sometimes the mask is a hindrance when they talk to each other.
Yeah. So before we start the session, could you please introduce yourself so that our presentation will start?
Yeah. So I'm not going yet to tell my country because I'm going to let your students guess where I am. So I am Jade April Agang. You can call me Teacher Jade to make it easier. And I'm also a junior high school teacher. I specifically teach grade 9. I teach basic electronics and basic electrical. And also I teach ESL or English language, but only to adults. And I'm a mother and a wife here in my place. And I love teaching. That's why I'm here because I'm very excited to meet all of you and to hear what you have prepared for today.
Yeah. So students, I think we have a wonderful guest today from Philippines. I think she has just introduced that she is dealing two different subjects. One is electronics and one is ESL in English language. So between these two subjects, Jade April, and which subject you like most? I mean, electronics, of course, is a technical subject. Students need to learn it. At the same time, English language is a world language, is a global language. So between these two, which one you prefer most and which one you like so much?
I think I like both, but I lean more on the basic electronics. This is where the students, they try to make circuits. We try to understand how the light works. But at the same time, we have to incorporate the proper way of writing their observations. So we have to teach them basic English or the proper way to write their observations. Because in the long run, when they go to work and they have to write their thoughts or the troubleshooting they did, and they have to explain it, they should be able to write in proper English, the good grammar, and if ever that somebody would want them to explain the circuit that they made, they should be able also to express themselves freely. But I lean more on electronics. And I forgot also I'm an edtech advocate. I teach also computer systems. So
Oh,
I lean more on the skills, doing things with my hands. Because sometimes, it's quite tiring to talk. That's why I let my students work.
yeah. So right now I am going to move ahead to next segment, that is presentation of my country's culture and tradition. I would like to engage some of my students in presenting to that. Here is students. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir. No,
Yes,
sir.
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 Okay. Uh, so who is going to present this? Samira, can you present this? Samira, are you there? Okay, you please read out the words loudly. Samira, are you able to read the words?
Sir, can I?
Yes, yes.
Indian traditional costume for man, woman, and for kind.
Kids. So Indian traditional costumes for men, women, and for kids. And look at this one. And this is how the men, in fact, they look like in the traditional clothing. In India, the men actually appear in traditional clothing like this. This is an Indian style of costumes for men. In fact, in especially the men prefer to put on this particular costume on the wedding ceremonies and maybe some other festivals they would like to put on. And this one is exclusively for women. So you can see this is how the woman. Yeah. So this is how the women appear in the sari. This is what we call it a sari. Jade, have you seen any woman in your country wearing this particular outfit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or in fact, there are students here in my city
Mm.
that they wear this. I'm not quite sure if you call it traditional clothes, but they wear this every day because they are students learning medicine here in my city.
Yeah.
And I see them wearing this kind of clothes, the long gown, like for women, and they have the trousers underneath.
Yeah.
But the men, they just wear the polo shirt and the pants.
Yeah.
But I can see that mostly women wear this kind of clothes, the long ones with the scarf around.
Yeah, this is actually unmarried girls mostly wear this particular outfit on this side and right side. And of course, married women also, they wear this, they put on this particular outfit for their comfort. But this is a traditional one and this is a comfort wear. So that's the difference between these two outfits. Whereas kids, and this is how the kids look like. I think their outfit is simple like this, and the boys look like this. And of course, even the girls also wear this particular outfit like their adults. So these particular outfits are common in India.
Looks fantastic, very beautiful.
Yeah. And I would like to show you a few more things. So I'm encountering a few technical issues.
Oh, it's all right. I have just a question. I've seen girls, they have a dot on their forehead.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
that mean
yeah. That's a real interesting question. In fact, as far as the Hinduism is concerned, in India we have different religious people. Hinduism and Christianity is there, and Islam is there. And as far as the Hindus are concerned, Hindus they put the dot in their forehead and just to it's a religious symbol. It is a part of their religious practices, and they put the some dots. And if a girl gets married, and the girl, if the woman actually if she gets married, she puts sindoor or something like a big dot in her forehead, whereas the girls, unmarried girls, they put a little dots, actually small dots. And Nagasri, can you show close to the camera your dot, because your dot seems to be a bigger than the other girls. And can you show close to the ma'am? Can you show close to the ma'am? Yes, your dot, especially your dot. Yeah. Just try to explain if it is possible. Nagasri, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Try to show your dot at a close range. Yes, that's it. So Jed, actually, you can see this girl is having a small dot here, and this particular dot is common for the adults. The adults actually put the dot here, and as well as this place also. So married women, and they place the two dots. One is in the forehead, and another one is here also, just close to the hair. And these two dots actually indicate that the woman is married, and you can easily identify them by seeing these two things. And the girls, in fact, if they don't have the dot here, and it does mean that they are not married. And there are a few other things also there, anklets, and maybe the ring fingers are there. Ring fingers also somewhat indicate whether they are married or not. In Indian tradition, I think, especially the Hindus, they have a typical values and traditions, in fact, in their life. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Because I've seen those girls when we